Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from June 3rd to the 9th, and I'm using this printable from PinkPlannerShop, and I believe it's called Flower Power. I decided to use this kit for this week because not only is it very summery to me, but I went to Porch Fest this weekend, and the fact that this kit has like records and a record player and that kind of stuff, it just, I don't know, I just felt like it fit, and I'm happy to use this color scheme. I feel like I've never used a kit that's this like 70s looking. I really, really like it. But I really don't have much to say other than it was difficult for me to pick the full boxes I wanted to use. I even put one on every single day, even though I didn't really have space for one on every single day. And I did end up having to leave out one box that I wanted to use in order to make room for the big fashion girl you'll see. I just really wanted to use her. I thought she just looked really cool. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So not much more to say about the kit itself. So as far as my week goes, it's not too much to talk about because one of the main things was I was like pretty upset with my roommate, who is also my best friend. I was very upset actually. And I just don't want to like put her on blast. So I'm not going to get into that much detail. And that was like a big part of my week. So besides that, what else happened this week? Well, something very exciting actually. I wanted to print the Buffy the Vampire Slayer kit that you saw me use previously. And if you've been following along with my printer issues, you will know that I have not been able to get black ink to stick onto glossy paper, and for whatever reason this week my printer decided to function and I was able to use black ink. It was wonderful because if you know anything about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's a very dark show and the kit was very black, so I was happy I was able to figure that out. And like I said, I went to Porch Fest on Saturday. I was a little nervous it wasn't going to be my thing, and to be completely honest, it's not my thing, but I still had a good time. It's a lot of walking around, which is what I wanted to do. I'm not happy with how inactive I am on weekends. It's hard to get like all my steps in. I rarely do workouts on weekends, even though I want to. I just don't. So that was nice, and it was really nice to do something local, because I've been so busy and pretty much everything I've been doing has involved so much driving, and the travel times are like hours long, and I'm just kind of sick of it, which is kind of funny because I'm the one who lives in a city, but I'm the one constantly traveling to the suburbs to like go to these different things. People don't come here, I go there, which is fine, but I'm exhausted. And this was like 10 minutes away from Joe's apartment, so it was wonderful. I really wasn't into any of the bands, except for there was one girl, oh my God, she had a beautiful voice, and she covered Jolene, very pretty. But other than that, not amazing. I did get some cool art randomly on the sidewalk, so that was fun. A lot of kids selling lemonade, very interesting. But yeah, other than that, I really didn't do anything that exciting. One other thing that did happen that I can remember, because as of right now, it's July 1st, so my memory isn't the best. And I also filled this spread in last week, so I don't remember anything I did. But on Sunday, I was out running errands with my boyfriend, and we had to find a gift for our friend. And so we went into, Paper Source, I think is the store, just to see if we could find any we were actually trying to find something for a graduation gift. That's what it was. Sorry, my bad. I'm getting everything mixed up. I have a lot of gifts that I need to buy this summer. I'm getting confused, but so we went in there trying to just find something little, because it's just a middle school graduation. We didn't really want to like go above and beyond for that. And I thought I might be able to find something cute in a paper source. So anyway, we go there, and we didn't even make it past the front of the store before I was like, all right, we're leaving because this woman's a bitch. Basically what happened was he and I were the only two people in the store, and there was the woman at the cash register, and she didn't say hi to us. She didn't talk to us, which is totally fine. I don't care. But what did bother me was I picked something up to look at it, and when I put it back, it fell and knocked over these little, like, I don't know, balls or something like that. Like, you know how they have like random little gifts. So I pick up all of them and I put them back. And then this woman comes power walking over, grabs one of the balls from like under the display, because I guess one had rolled under there. And I said to her, I was like, oh, thank you. And she just put it back, didn't say a word to me, and then like huffed away. And I saw red. I wanted to destroy every single display in that store. So we had to leave because I was about to lose my ever-loving mind, because you are going to pretend like we're not in the store, but you're clearly staring at us because you saw that I accidentally knocked something over, and you saw that something like rolled away under the display that I clearly didn't see, because everything, like the balls rolled off the table when I was like turned, because then I went to look at something else, and then the like book that I had touched like flopped over. Anyway, I think you kind of get it, but it doesn't sound that bad. But I talked to her, I was like, oh, thank you. And she just refused to talk to me and sped away. And that, like, I have worked in retail for like a decade. I never ever ignore somebody, and like clearly I hadn't seen that one because I picked up every other ball that fell and put it back. Like I'm not an asshole. I'm not a bad customer. Anyway, I left a bad review because that just really rubbed me the wrong way, and it almost ruined my day. It didn't, but I have anger issues, and all I wanted to do was strangle that woman. So not being able to release that anger, it ruins my day. So yeah, that happened. But other than that, I'm just going to get into the day by day. And there were just a lot of little things that I discovered throughout the week that really upset me. And so yeah, let's go through them. So starting with Monday, and actually let me apologize in advance because I will probably go on little tangents throughout the plan with me again, and I kind of hated myself for doing that through my pride plan with me, but I just can't help myself, so sorry. But anyway, starting with Monday, the first thing I marked was that I went home to work, obviously, and I used an icon from the kit. I say obviously because I do the same damn thing every Monday. Then with this cat sticker from Once More With Love, I marked that I was angry about like a cat food situation that I discovered. Don't ask. Then with this angry munchkin, I marked that work was really pissing me off. I can't remember why, but when does it not, It was just an extra busy day and really stressful, and I felt like my coworkers were idiots this day, so that was bothering me. With this bad day munchkin that I cut the text off of, I marked that I was feeling really overwhelmed. Then with this emoji grocery shopping, I marked that I went to Aldi. With this printable vacuum sticker, I'm sorry, I will never remember the name of the shop, but if you want to know, I'll find it for you. I marked that I vacuumed. Then with, I'm sorry, the house is from a Caress Press kit. Sorry, my bad, but these weights are from this kit. I marked that I did a back workout. Then with this WTF munchkin, I marked that my roommate or her cousin had used my colander and put it away dirty, and that sent me over the edge. That is why she and I have, sorry, I have a piece of fuzz in my mouth. Ugh, it's like stuck to my Invisalign. Anyway, I'm gonna try to ignore it. Sorry, we're gonna keep going. We have separate stuff. We have separate shelves. We do not mix our items, and this is exactly why. So I was very angry. Sorry, I'm also very phlegmy. Then with this Munchkin chopping vegetables, I marked that I prepped all my veggies for my salads. Then with a Munchkin cuddling a cat, I marked that Brad and I cuddled like for hours. Sorry about that. I got the hair out of my mouth. It was a cat hair, not a fuzz. Oh my God. That was driving me insane. Anyway, oh yeah. Okay, so Brad and I cuddled, and it was just so cute. Like, I was laying on my bed just watching, I think, like Sex and the City or YouTube or something on my computer, and he was like nestled into my like arm, like the crook of my arm or whatever. And then he would like get up and go eat, but he would come right back to his spot. He's a very cuddly boy, and that was really nice. With a planner from the kit, I marked that I worked on my functional planner. I'm really trying to like keep myself more organized with that, and I think I've been doing a good job. Then moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked with this leftover cell phone deco from, I think, an SPC kit, I marked that my phone hadn't charged overnight, and I discovered that my charger is on its last legs, which really pisses me off because I bought this exact same charger, I don't want to say like 10 years ago, but whenever the like old school, sorry, not old school. Actually, it is old school now because I think they switched the charging port again. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, whenever they switched from the big chunky charger to the little skinny, what is it, like lightning charge in cell phones, I bought this long ass charger, and that thing like worked for years and years and years. I only just replaced it with this piece of shit that I think I maybe got a year ago, like maybe 2 max, and it's already about to like break, which really pisses me off because I don't do anything with it. The cats don't chew on it. It's just next to my bed, and it already is doing that thing where like I plug it into my phone and it won't charge. I flip it around, plug it into my phone, it won't charge. Then I flip it again and finally it'll charge. So it's time to get a new charger. Ugh, and I like the really, really long ones, which are more expensive, so that annoys me. But anyway, my phone didn't charge. Fortunately, I did have enough charge to listen to my audiobook on my way to work, and then I was basically at zero. So I have a charger in my office, so I was able to charge my phone. It ended up not being a big deal, but that could have been really bad. And that is a big reason why I always need to remember to set an additional alarm on my Google. I don't want her to wake up, just in case. Then with this Papershire laundry sticker, I marked that my roommate's detergent had fallen. I assume the cats knocked it down in the middle of the night. She tends to put it like very close to the edge, and I lost my shit because she hadn't screwed the cap onto her laundry detergent, and there was essentially an entire jug of laundry detergent all over the floor, seeped under the litter box, all over the litter box. It was a fucking mess, and I'm not gonna lie, I left it there for a couple days because I was like, you know what, it's soap. Why am I in a rush to clean this soap? I'm tired and pissed off, I'm leaving it. So yeah, I woke up to that. Then with this hot munchkin, I marked that it was way too hot for 7 a.m. With an FU munchkin, I marked that a guy on my walk pissed me off. I will try to keep this brief because I'm way too long-winded, but the gist of what happened was I was crossing the street because pedestrians had the little white walking man, and this car was trying to turn, and I kept walking because it's my fucking turn and I need to get to work. And this man took it upon himself to like tell the car to go, but I didn't stop walking because I'm not going to stop walking. And then as I pass him, he goes to me, "Didn't you see what I was trying to do there?" I do not give 2 flying fucks what you were trying to do there, sir. It's not your right to decide when the cars can go. It's my turn to walk. I'm clearly in a rush, probably going to work with my fucking giant-ass backpack. You are not going to work, I can fucking tell. You have all the time in the world to mosey around and let cars go. I do not. That really pissed me off. Not because here's the thing. You think you're being nice to this person in this car? They're in they're in the safe zone. Once the light turns red, they can still turn without getting a ticket. They're fine. I have to cross now or I'll get hit by a fucking car. It's not up to you to decide when I get to walk. I get to walk when there's a little white dude on the fucking sign. Anyway, that really pissed me off. Don't do that. But then I tried to calm myself down and think about what my best friend does, because nothing like that gets to her. When people beep her, here's a tip. It doesn't work because I've tried it, but she's able to do it. When someone beeps at her, it doesn't get to her because she's like, oh, I managed to upset that person. Wow, they must, really have a short temper. Like, she basically sees it as like, oh, I guess I annoyed you, big deal, but me, I take it to heart. I take everything to heart. So I only let it bother me for a couple hours, and then I got over it because I was like, you know what? I'm never going to see that guy again. This doesn't affect me at all. I still crossed the street and got to the office, so whatever. Then on my break, I mailed a sale. I had sold something on Poshmark, I believe. So I walked to the post office to mail that. And this mailer is from the kit. With this angry munchkin, I just marked that I was really angry at someone. With another printable sticker, I marked that I did Pilates when I got home. With a tooth icon from I have no idea where, I marked that I changed my aligners and I was on set 20 out of 30. I think I'm going to end up having like 60 altogether. I have a long way to go, but we're getting there. With a Sticky Perks TV, I marked that I watched Sex and the City. With this random paw print from Michaels, I marked that I brushed Janet's teeth, which I really have to get better about doing. I want to do it every other day, but I always forget. And then the final thing for Tuesday with a tired munchkin was that I kept waking up in the middle of the night for like stupid reasons. Like I had a nightmare, I had to pee, one of the cats made a noise. It was a bad night's sleep. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked with a munchkin cleaning the litter was that I did the litter in the morning. With a laptop from the kit, I marked that I went to work. With this anxiety sticker, I marked that I had to tell my boss about my doctor's appointment. And I forgot to mention this during the putting down the base, but a good thing that happened this week was my boss left to go to her second house in Denver for like 2 months and change, almost 3 months. Last year she stayed till September, but I think she said she's coming back like mid-August, which I'm kind of bummed about, but like I'm just happy to have any break, So I was just nervous to tell her about my doctor's appointment because Thursday was going to be her last day in office, and I had a doctor's appointment that day, and I needed to work from home. And I don't know, because I am who I am as a person, I was nervous that she was going to think that I purposely scheduled an appointment for her last day so I didn't have to see her, which makes no sense because I had scheduled this doctor's appointment way before I knew when she was leaving. She literally told us she was leaving on Monday. Like I already had the doctor's appointment. But I'm crazy. Then with this not sad munchkin, I marked that it was her last day, to me at least. Technically it was Thursday, but I wasn't going to be there. With another TV, I marked that I watched Sex and the City. With a printer from the kit, I marked that I print and cut a kit. With this pill bottle from the kit, I marked that I tried taking Yay Day. I had very high hopes because a friend of mine on the bachelorette trip had let me take some of hers, and it worked. And I went to TMI, I went to the bathroom 3 days in a row, which I haven't done in months and have not done since. Anyway, it didn't work. I bought it, I took it every day and nothing was happening. So it was just a fluke. I have no idea. So that was kind of a bummer, but this is my first night trying it, besides when she lent it to me. Then with this skincare munchkin, I marked that I didn't scratch my head all day and all night, which made me really hopeful, but it doesn't mean shit because that's basically the last time I did that. Then with this book deco, I marked that I read, and that was it for Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked, like I mentioned, was that I was working remote, which was really nice, and I used a munchkin hanging out with their cat on their laptop. Then with a doctor emoji, I marked that I went to the dermatologist, and it went really well. She answered all my questions. She's really, really nice. It was a good visit. I don't think anything is really going to fix my issues, but it was worth a try. So I'm just glad I went, and she was very helpful. Then with a Sticky Perks FedEx truck, I marked that I had to pick up a package from FedEx. This has been a whole dramatic experience, but the short version is I need a dress for a wedding coming up in just a couple days. And my dresses no longer fit me because I've gained a little bit of weight. So I needed to buy one, and it's been a fucking nightmare. So I picked up a package this day, just a million dresses, basically. Then with a bucket from the kit, I marked that I finally cleaned up the detergent that I had left for a couple days. Then with the sneakers from the kit, I marked that I walked to Whole Foods did I walk to Whole Foods? I did. Wait, this makes no sense. Anyway, I walked to Whole Foods, but I don't remember picking up my Red Bull at this time, but it says I picked up my Red Bull, so I guess I picked up my Red Bull. I don't know. I had ordered Red Bull on Amazon, if you couldn't tell, because it was cheaper than buying it at Walmart, and I used sneakers from the kit to mark that. On my walk, I talked to one of my best friends, and he was, number one, listening to me complain about my week so far, and number two, telling me about his new girlfriend, who sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to meet her. Then with this printable weight stack or whatever the hell it's called, I marked that I walked 4 miles in total, and I did a chest workout, which I didn't have to walk to the office to this day, so that's quite a bit of walking on my own. Then with a sad emoji head, I marked that I scratched my head a lot this night, so it was really just like a one-off thing. I don't know. I was really hoping that I was like starting to break the habit, but no. And then right before I went to bed, I talked to my friend more. He was on his way to a gig, so we had to play a show, and then after he got out of the show, we talked more about his new girlfriend. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked was that I barely worked. I just could not have cared less, so I did the absolute bare minimum, and I used a procrastination munchkin for that. With another printer from a different printable kit by PinkPlannerShop, I marked that I printed the Buffy kit. With this Happy Munchkin, I marked that the black ink was sticking to the paper or drying to the paper, on the paper, whatever. With a Stick with the Plan Co. girl, I marked that I tried on all the dresses, and they were all absolutely atrocious except 2, which were only mildly atrocious. A huge big fat no. Then with this Sticky Perks slice of pizza, I marked that Joe and I got City View pizza. With this old TV left over from like either Pink Diamond Planner Co. or Apple Blossom Prints, I can never remember, but I marked that I watched the challenge. With this GP Studio sneaker, I marked that I walked on the, I didn't walk, we walked, I did not walk by myself. Joe and I went on a walk because I'm just, again, trying to get more movement in on the weekends. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked was that I finally went and bought new sneakers. I've just been putting it off for a really long time because I'm sick of shopping, because if I online shop, everything gets stolen, and in-person shopping takes time. So Joe and I just went into Center City, we went to the Foot Locker, and I got a pair of sneakers. Then with this really cute sticker that I wish I could use more often, with all these row homes from, I think, Once More with Love, I marked that we went to Porch Fest and met up with a couple of our other friends, and it was fun. With this, can't remember the store. I can't remember the shop where this is from, but if you're curious, I will find out. But with this cart, I marked that we ran a bunch of errands afterwards. I had to pick up some prescriptions, go to Walmart, get groceries, all that shit. Then with this sticker from either this kit or a different kit, I think a different kit, but I think it's a printable shop, I marked that we went to Ruby Tuesday, and it absolutely sucked. We used to love Ruby Tuesday, and we would always go and get the ribs, but it's just really gone downhill. The prices are higher, the portions are smaller, you only get one side instead of 2. And when I say the portions are smaller, I mean like the portion of ribs is smaller too. Like, it's just overall not a good experience anymore, and we waited an hour for our food. It was just bad. Then with this I'd Rather Die munchkin, I marked that I tried on dresses again. I tried there were 3 that I was like considering. Two, I was considering in a different color, like reordering in a different color. And one I liked, but it did make me feel like a little bit insecure on my stomach. But I tried them on for Joe so that he could like give me his opinion. And I hate trying things on in front of people. Then with this YouTube sticker, I marked that we watched Fallen Idols, which is the like Carter Brothers documentary. And then the final thing with this Sleepy Munchkin was that I absolutely passed the fuck out. I was so tired. Moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a coffee cup from the kit. I didn't have coffee, I had Red Bull, but I marked that I had Red Bull and watched a little YouTube. With the Sticky Perks box, I marked that Joe and I took my huge return because I bought so many dresses. We took the return and we returned it outside of Philly because the post office, FedEx, UPS in Philly, they're terrible. And I did not want to risk them losing this package just because it was so like expensive because it was so many dresses. And I didn't want to have to like wait for my refund. So we took it to a FedEx outside of Philly. I got my receipt. They scanned the return label and everything. I got an email from Abercrombie that said your return is on its way to us. I have a very strong feeling that the label was misprinted and they used the same tracking to ship the package to me as they did to ship the package back to them. It was a fucking mess. I can't win. I literally drove out of Philly to try to keep this package safe, and they shipped it back to Philly, and I have no idea where. They shipped it to a random FedEx, and everybody I called was like, oh, no, it's on the way back. And I'm like, you sure? Because it said it's sitting in Philly ready for pickup. I'm not picking up shit. It was weird. It was terrible. Anyway, so that was a waste of my time. After that, I marked that lady ruined my day with this irritated cashier. Then with fries from the kit, I marked that we got McDonald's French fries. Joe was trying to cheer me up because I was really upset. So we went and got like a large fry and split it. Then with this Stella Bow Sticker Co. controller, I marked that I watched Hogwarts Legacy. With a Once More with Love car, I marked that we like did some car stuff and researched some car stuff. My car is on death's door. Just, it's a mess. And then the final thing on Sunday with this Papershire baking flat lay, I marked that I baked these brookies that we've had for months. They're actually expired. We've had them for like a year. And I was like, we have to make them because soon they're going to be gross. And they were really good. And I just ate one little piece every day the next week. It was nice. But anyway, that is everything for this week. It was like 50-50. There were a lot of things that upset me and bothered me, but there were good things. Like I got new shoes, I hung out with my friends, my boss left, which is always great. And I feel like I always have to say this. I don't hate my boss. I just hate being around people. I hate pretending to like be happy. And when she's gone, I can just be resting bitch face constantly, not talk to a soul in person. And I just talk to her over Teams. It's wonderful. But anyway, that is everything for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.